Hey, how's it going again tonight, everybody? Just wanted to let you know that I ended up taking a half day today from work and ended up going over and looking at a few car dealerships. Then to Planet Pre-Owned over in Vestal. Went to the Hyundai Honda dealer over on the Parkway, and I went to Mark's Auto Sales and the Galt Toyota dealership here in Endicott. So I got a chance to go to those 4 different locations, and the first one was too expensive. They were trying to sell 2 to 3 year old used cars. The second place, there's some decent stuff mixed in with some very expensive units. And Mark Auto Sales, a little bit less of a selection, but still a good selection, but mostly some older vehicles with a lot of miles on them. And then Galt Toyota was actually a really good place to stop. There were, I would say, at least a dozen vehicles that they were able to pull up there that were under $10,000, and I was able to drive a Kia Forte 2014. Had some of the bells and whistles, and it felt like having driven a Kia Spectra that was a 2007 model. The Forte was sort of like a sister, like brother kind of car, and so when I drove that tonight, it just felt like a much more updated version of the same vehicle I have, with like Bluetooth technology and just a little bit more modern, sleek feeling with temperature gauge and a few other, I guess, amenities that we've become used to as cars have gotten more expensive and the like. That one drove just like the one I have, and I told the guy there, I'm like, it was a smooth drive, but it just feels like I'm driving the same car, and that's not really the feel I'm going for. So I'm going to go back tomorrow night and try out a 2011 blue Toyota Corolla. It's got about 55,000 miles on it, and I'm interested to see how this one handles. I know it has a very good reputation for being a reliable vehicle, and I know I've heard that quite a few times over the years, communicating with a lot of people. Actually, a lot of people of all ages have almost always had good things to say about the Toyota Corolla. So I'm kind of just leaving it there, and I'm going to go there after work tomorrow and just do a test drive, just see how I like it. I still would expect that I won't be buying it tomorrow, and I probably will go out with one of my buddies on Saturday to see some other stuff around here. There's still a good bit, though. I probably found like 6 today that I would be interested in buying, although I'm not certain which one I want to get right this minute. It opened up the door for still having a vehicle in the price range I was looking for, but it was just a discouraging process today. The shock of having the accident and killing the deer, I got over that. I thought very quickly, but it feels like it's sticking with me. Like I could just feel my stomach is kind of tight, my throat's kind of tight right now, even as I'm talking. It's just been kind of a nerve-wracking day. I told my mom too, I didn't really have a lot of attachment to that vehicle. I don't really consider myself a very materialistic person by any means, and I didn't really even feel heartbroken that I lost that vehicle, and it's pretty much just going to be sold for scrap now. So I don't really care too much about the physical vehicle itself, but it just really irritates me that next weekend is the closing on the condo, and I have to deal with probably financing 7 to 8 grand on a new car, or possibly a little bit less the week before that happens. Now I can do some of that, and I have some of the money to put down, but it just irritates me because I need to go even further into debt a week before the co-op closing, and then I have to hike the insurance rates again because there's going to be a lien on the vehicle because I'm getting financing, so I need to put comprehensive and collision back on. It's just kind of a bad timing thing, I guess. There's not really a better way to put it. It's bad timing and it sucks, but I guess I got to deal with it, and I need to go out and get the financing available. I could say at least I would expect to get at least a few $100s from scrap from this, maybe 500. That might be optimistic, and I have $2,500 that I feel comfortable putting down, independent of the co-ops. Like I said, between the $2,500 for the co-op and probably about 9 to 10 grand for the co-op, and $2,500 for the car. Yeah, I'm not going to be really cutting it too close, but certainly closer than I thought I was going to, and that just, like I said, it just kind of is roiling my stomach, and it's hurting my guts today. So I don't know that there's a good solution other than I need to get a car by next week or the week after. I'm not really in a high pressure situation because I don't think I actually need to do any driving next week that my mom can't help me do here in town. I just would like to have my own vehicle again, and I've not been in a position where I've had not been able to just jump in my car and go for over 6 years now, so it is just certainly an inconvenience, if anything else. I will leave you with that thought, and I will certainly share anything more about the vehicle as it happens tomorrow.